Dear chess lovers, dear chess mood family, GMAVETIC is here with you. Welcome to the video course Nightmare of ROSSOLIMO. e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. This is a very popular variation, very interesting, and many top grandmasters play it with white. And even in the World Championship 2018, Caruana Carlsen, this was the main preparation, main weapon of Caruana against Sicilian. However, as the match showed, Carlsen was prepared better as he found a few improvements for black. And soon after a few games, Caruana stopped to play ROSSOLIMO and switched to the main line d4 instead of bishop b5 ROSSOLIMO line. Before, with our grandmaster team, we were not sure what is the best continuation for black against ROSSOLIMO, but after the match we analyzed the line that played Carlsen very deep, found out all hidden ideas there are, and absolutely understood the decision of Caruana to stop playing ROSSOLIMO anymore. In this video course, I will show you all the important lines and ideas we have found with our team, so you go to the game very confident and well prepared against ROSSOLIMO, knowing not only lines and plans but also the improvements that are not in the theory yet, which will give you big practical advantage. After bishop b5 we go g6. And from here we will divide it to a few sections. When white take bishop c6 and when white don't take bishop c6 and play castle. After bishop c6 there is two very big lines, and here we were not sure where we go, bc6 or dc6. And because Carlsen took dc6 and we analyzed it very deep, we found that understood why Carlsen chose dc6, and this is the biggest problem now in ROSSOLIMO line. dc6, d3, bishop g7, white plays here h3. I will show you soon why h3, not knight c3, h3 at first. And here, while there are few continuation, b6, e5 and knight f6, we are going to play knight f6 line. The idea of knight f6 is to play knight d7, and so we're going knight f8, knight e6, or knight d7 at first, e5, then knight f8, knight e6, controlling the very important d4 square and also f4 square, because most of the time white plans is somewhere to go knight h2, or even sometimes knight g1, knight e2, and somewhere go f4. So here when we move our knight to e6, knight is doing on e6 a very good job. So against bishop b5, g6, bishop c6, we will take dc6 and we will go to knight f6 line. And in the next section, in the second section, we will look here g6, castle, bishop g7. There are three big moves: c3, knight c3, and rook e1. So let's go and explore them all step by step. We will start with g6, bishop c6 main move, which was played in the match as well. In this video course, I will show you all the important lines and ideas we have found with our team, so you go to the game very confident and well prepared against ROSSOLIMO, knowing not only lines and plans but also the improvements that are not in the theory yet, which will give you big practical advantage. Let's start with the main line, bishop c6, but before going deep to the theory, let's understand pluses and minuses of this move. So at first, pluses. After bishop c6, bc6 and dc6, black will have double pawns. Another plus of bishop c6. Our knight on c6 is doing a great job for fighting for the center. As we know, the most important squares for fighting the center are e4, d4, e5 and d5, right? And our knight on c6 is doing a good job for fighting for d4 and e5 squares. So with bishop c6, white eliminate our knight. The minus of bishop c6 after bc6 or dc6, black will have two bishop advantage. So based on this will be the strategy for both sides. After bishop c6, bc6 is also an interesting move, and with our grandmaster team we were going here even more deeper than dc6. and trying to find good positions here. But after the match we found that dc6 is better when we analyzed it deeper, and we understood why dc6 was the choice of Carlsen. And here in this video course we will go to this deeper and we'll explain why dc6. dc6, d3, white plays d3, bishop g7, white d3, because after dc6 d4 will be very bad for white, because we have two bishops and opening the center is not in plans of white. So they play d3, bishop g7, and now here white has a few moves. h3 is the main line. And before going to h3, I will explain why h3, why not knight c3, and plans of white to explain what is going on here. And based on plans of white, we made our strategy and our plans on developing our pieces.